Let's do this. Stick around all the way to the end because some of you are going to be furious at what I'm about to say. But I'm going to show you this video from Trump he just now made. Okay, this is blockbuster just in. And some of you aren't going to be on board with this, but he's telling you, you need to sign up to mail in your ballot. Do not show up in person. I mean, you can show up in person, but they really want you to mail in your ballot. I'll explain why this is crucial. I'll explain why this is the difference in the vote. This alone will give Trump a free 5%. This will be 5% of his lead, 5 points. If you do this, and I'll give you all of the steps to actually follow what he says. First, here's Trump.
For too long, radical Democrats have abused and taken advantage of absentee and early voting laws to build a big lead over Republicans before Election Day. While Republicans have worked to share our beautiful values with voters, Democrats and dangerous groups funded by the far left have simply focused on collecting ballots. That's all they wanted to do, collecting ballots. But you know what? It turned out to be not such a bad idea.
Trump is saying it's a good idea. And by the way, many of our Republican elections that we have lost would have been won if Republicans had a better ground game of early voting and collecting ballots. And that's where all of a bunch of Trump's campaign money is going into this, by the way, because Republicans have so much ground to make up. They're building out ballot collecting. Some call it harvesting, but Trump is 100% on board, and you'll be 100% on board if you want him to win. If you want him to lose, then keep doing this loser strategy of paper ballots only, day of voting. I think it's great for those who can do that. But many of our most consistent Republican voters can't do that. The Republicans are acknowledging it, and certainly Trump is. Let's keep going.
This must change for us to win in 2024. We may not like the current system, but we need to master the rules and beat the Democrats at their own game, and then we can make our own rules.
Yeah, these are the rules right now. This is how it's done. You cannot change. I hope we do change to the day of ballot one day. When we win, we'll be able to officially change. It does not work if the Republicans observe this rule and Democrats do not. They gain a 5% advantage. Kerry Lake would have won in Arizona. Blake Masters would have won in Arizona. Abe Hamadeh would have won in Arizona. Trump would have won the election if both sides use the same rules, okay? But it's time for us to get off the day of. We need to get, especially those of you who are cut off and it's where it's difficult for you to get into a voting station in 2024. Some of you are elderly and you can't get around. We need you to sign up for this website. Trump's going to tell you about it, and I'm going to give you only confirmed safe links. That's what one thing I want to be a resource for. Don't give money to people who send you emails and say this money's going for Trump. It probably isn't. And so I want you to be able to trust the links I put on this. These are official Republican Trump endorsed links.
Republicans must get tougher and fight harder to cast our votes and get our ballots turned in earlier so Democrats can't.
By the way, this is not controversial because even Kerry Lake has said the same thing now. You watch, if she throws in her hat for the Senate, she's going to advocate for vote harvesting and early voting where it's legal. You guys have to get yourself registered so that they mail you a ballot early, you vote early, and you send it back in early. It's called Bank Your Vote. It's going to come up. You're going to hear him talk about it like 10 times. And I'm going to give you the link.
We cannot let that happen in 2024. The RNC is leading the fight to help secure your vote in 2024 as well. They're fighting bad Democrat laws, putting folks on the ground to serve as poll workers and poll watchers, and engaging attorneys to monitor every step of the voting process.
Okay, so they're greatly expanding the ground game that has to do with not day of voting. When someone brings that up, you tell them, hey, that's the buggy whip system. That system is gone. Like, you may show up and do it, but that is not how you win elections going forward. And if you want to change the system, we have to win these elections to be able to put our people in charge to change the way that all this vote, the rules of vote harvesting.
Go to bankyourvote.com to sign up and commit to voting early.
Okay, get ready. You're going to do this after the show. You're going to go down to the link below and do bankyourvote.com. Bankyourvote.com. That's the announcement. I'm here to help. Here's Christian Ziegler, Florida Republicans. President Trump wants you to request your vote by mail ballot now. Contact your local elections office to request via phone. You can do this on a state-by-state level. Get in contact with your Republican Party and tell them, I want my ballot mailed to me. Here's a look at the website, just so you know that you've landed on the right spot. When you click the link below, you'll see there's a big Bank Your Vote logo up there. You'll see Roma McDaniel on there, who's a rhino, but you know, she and Trump are buddies and in cahoots. And down at the bottom is a link where you put in your name and address, and that's to make sure that the ballot goes to your house. And then here's a clip of that Rona McDaniel video explaining some of what they're doing.
Our work to protect the vote will be supercharged in 2024 with an even larger team of grassroots leaders and more key lawsuits. The RNC is laser focused on beating Joe Biden and far left Democrats next November. And in addition to protecting the vote, we need you to bank your vote. To win close elections, we need to close the gap on pre-election day voting. That's why we're launching the Bank Your Vote initiative. Bank Your Vote encourages, educates, and activates Republican voters on when, where, and how to cast their ballot before Election Day.
This website will be one-stop shop for you in 2024. You and your whole family, everyone you know who's a Republican, this website, bankyourvote.com, is going to be where you go to find out how to get your vote mailed in, how to get your ballot collected, how to register your friends. That's all going to be in this one link. They won't ask for money, so don't give them money. This is about information. Here's another clip.
Please spread the word about bankyourvote.com to your friends and family. Tell them to go to the site and find out when, where, and how to get their vote banked, and make 100% sure their voice is heard. Again, that is bankyourvote.com. If we don't vote early, we're giving the Democrats a head start. But when Republicans vote early, we win. And in 2024, we are going to hold the House, win back the Senate, and take the White House.
By the way, the reason why they say Republicans win when we vote early is that's what happened in Florida. Florida's always been one of our top early voting areas. And in Florida, Republicans just cleaned house across the state because they're more enculturated to vote early. Where they're enculturated to vote the day of because they're all going, I'm not going to mail in my ballot. I don't trust the government system. That is primarily in Arizona where we lost. So we want to win like in Florida, not lose like in Arizona. Got it? We're going to wrap up with Trump.
Bankyourvote.com. We must defeat the far left at their own game, or our country will never recover from this disastrous, crooked Biden administration. Sign up at bankyourvote.com now and join the Republican effort to win big in 2024. We're going to win, and we're going to make America great again. Thank you very much.
Yes, we are going to win, because this alone would give Trump another 5%. You're going to click the link below. Okay. And anytime there's this kind of an important message, I will send it to you. You can trust me all the way to 2024. I will tell you where we can donate money. I'll tell you where we can sign up to vote. Click the hot link in the description. It'll take you right there, and you put in your information. I'm Doug in Exile.